right, gang, let's really nail it this time. Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this Isupk ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this Isupk ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Florida Lee on my top, this a Saints hat. This the third can't be been in, he a J-Cat. Nigga tryna steal the sauce, yeah, I hate that. But I ain't make the rules, I can't change that. New bottle, new wine, yeah, I can't crack. Look, flag on the play, they grabbing face masks. Niggas always saving hoes where your cape at. The only killer that you know without no face tag. Hell yeah, my bitch bad, Proverbs 31, yeah. This is not a drill, I be 30'd up, yeah. He about to crack the sky, you better hurry up. It's all bad when you see us hang that jersey up. It's mad brick, I got the blick with my cover on. He a fed, he a op, got his cover blown. Look, I'm really outside without no scully on. It's one West, bitch, I'm on with my brothers on. He got ranked, then he left, he broke another oath. I got the plate, we about to take another zone. They was sleeping on the team, now they comatose. Left his brother out to dry, I guess he wanna fold. Put the oil on his head, that's another soul. I try to tell him we a pro, don't do this shit at home. She unhappy, left her man, she a 304. He try to justify that shit, he broke the penal code. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this Isupk ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this Isupk ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Gotta watch these niggas, they be cointel. LeBron ain't never killed nobody, but I know he will. It's on me, yeah, where I go, yeah, that's the holy seal. My niggas itching when it's up, you better not touch a chair. Ooh, I'm with the extra, that's on the back. He ain't loyal to his brothers, how you follow that? She either working with her hands or she off her bag. Broke bitches, yeah, they done that, give me a heart attack. You see the banner, but my head, I'm a part of that. These niggas cowards, pussies, we don't want no parts in that. They let our warrior out of prison, he ain't going back. And don't be speaking on the truth, cause we with all of that. Look, before they started dissing, they was fans first. You will never catch me digging in no man purse. Really put my brick in, that's why my hands hurt. And don't be speaking bullshit, that make my head hurt. Look, I done burnt my fingers from the Michael Drake. For the brotherhood, I done threw my life away. I never see him, tell them come out from their hiding place. We can't do it, we told them we gon' find a way. They rather march 1,000 deep, we rather feed the people. They wouldn't put on all black, now he reading Hebrew. You BK the standard if you speak on Hebrew. Don't think they solid, get with them niggas just gon' leave you. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this Isupk ain't nothing, we on fellowship. Been in this shit for some years, I ain't never left. Nigga try to save his life like he's scared of death. I got Hellstar on my body, bitch, I'm heaven sent. Hey, this Isupk ain't nothing, we on fellowship.
They can't hear me. Testing, testing, testing. Can y'all hear me now? I gotta do the whole intro over, don't I? Okay, the water, the water. All right. Well, I guess this Shalom Israel. This is Isupk Mke coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. We are not affiliated with no Israelite group, period. Since 1969, we've been teaching the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians their true heritage, which they are the chosen people of God, the Israelites that the Bible speak of, right? Nobody else. You know, we covered this time and time again throughout the classes before today. You know, we've showed you scripture on who the Lord loves and who the Lord does not love. You know, who the Lord will have mercy on and who the Lord will not have mercy on, amongst other things, like things you can do, things you can't do. You know, that's just being a part of God's chosen. Now, I just want to throw a little comparison out there. You ever seen, like, been in school and seeing like somebody that's like considered like a teacher's pet, or somebody that the teacher just like above everybody else? You know, they don't do the same things everybody else do, right? They separate from everybody else. They might not hang with the wrong crowds or not get into as much fights or arguments at school. That's why the teacher likes them. Well, we are the same way, you know, except, you know, we in a different sense of we can't do what everybody else does. Like, you see people, well, what just went down Halloween, right? You seen a bunch of kids, you know, bringing in Halloween candy, a bunch of kids dressing up as ghouls, goblins, and monsters. You know, we can't participate in that because the Lord separates us from being a part of America. And again, I just want to say this too on Halloween. So they cut stamps, right? But they still want you to celebrate Halloween. They still want you to celebrate what's coming up, Thanksgiving. They still want you to celebrate that, even though they it's a pause on stamps. I'm not saying that we rely on stamps to do this, but they taking food out of people's mouths who unable to work, food out of people's mouths who live just in the most horrible conditions. The only thing they do have is the SNAP benefits. You know, they taking food out of their mouths, but they still want you to celebrate Halloween. They still want you to celebrate Thanksgiving. I guarantee you, any Walmart anywhere in America is putting out turkeys, decoration of turkeys, and fall, like the leaves turning colors. Right? They want you to decorate the outside of your house. And speaking of turkeys, the turkeys themselves are going on sale. Right? They want you to buy these turkeys up for this big old unlawful feast that's about to go on, right? Because how can you mix lawful food with unlawful food? That's just, it just doesn't work like that. And some of these Israelite groups out here condone you buying ham and I don't want to say turkey, but catfish. You know, what's another dish on Thanksgiving plates and that's unlawful? Go ahead. Use a mic. Oh, pork chops. Yeah, they throw them in for anything they can. You know, little crab shavings or imitation crab. You know, they bring all this to the table with the lawful food. It's just a big mixture of abomination. On top of that, they celebrating the slaughtering of 70 million Native Indians of this land. And I wasn't gonna get into this now, but since I'm on the topic of this land, if you even look at some of the names that that these states and cities are named, like San Bernardino, San Diego, you know, that got Hispanics written all over it, right? California, right? And then you got places like Oconomowoc, Milwaukee, What else? What's that? What's that one? Right. The evidence is in the evidence is in the details of the name. You know what I'm saying? San Bernardino, San Diego. You know, was they want you to think that America's one big melting pot, but it's still got the hint in the essence of the Hispanics, the hint in the essence of the Native Indians, right? Because these places are still named like Pewaukee, you know, Sioux Falls, names of Native Indian names of Native Indian descent, right? You had something you want to say? You had your hand up for a while. Go ahead.
And you were saying about the food stamps. They posted on social media that you could still have a Thanksgiving dinner for like $1 at Dollar Tree.
Which is crazy. Like I said, they will take something away from you, but they still want you to be a part of America. They still want you to put your spirit in America, which the Lord says, come out of her. You know what I'm saying? Come out of her. You know, you're not supposed to be a part of that. The scriptures say, learn not the way of the heathen. What is the way of the heathen? These holidays, wicked holidays. They got you dressing up, going to strangers' doors. Now they're about to have you, and you subconsciously don't even know that you're celebrating the slaughtering and the unaliving of 70 million Native Americans. I don't know how many of y'all was in class. It was about at least a month ago or a month or two ago where we did bring up that picture of the so-called white man when he slaughtered like 300,000 or 400,000 buffalo just to starve the Native Indians from their food source here in America. Right? Not only that, the peace treaties that he's broken, trying to smooth talk the Native Indians. Oh, we the same people, right? What do they say today? We're all human. We always say that. We are human, but we don't say we are human. They the ones who say that. Why? Because they want to get in good with us, use their words as slick as butter, and at the end of the day, stab you in the back or give you some blankets that's ridden with disease, right? Or put Planned Parenthood in your neighborhoods and convince your women that you might die if you give birth, which is crazy work. Because Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women been giving birth in bulk. Now, when I say in bulk, I mean having multiple, at least 5 to 6 children, 4 to 5 to 6 children for centuries. Now, all of a sudden, it comes to 2025. Well, I guess this talk started in 2024, 2023, somewhere in there, where they scared our women to get into getting abortions because they said, well, you might die if you give birth. You know, you might have difficulty having this pregnancy. Right? Scare some of our women into thinking healthcare is abortion. Now, Salahi, let's start at 1 John chapter 2, verse 3, because the reason I'm going to this scripture is because all of this that's going on, I'm coming to you, all of this that's going on, people say, well, I have a personal relationship with God. God knows me. You know, I know God, but then they go outside on a 30-minute break at their slave and then smoke a cigarette. Or they go outside into their car on a 30-minute break and smoke some weed. Now, for the life of me, right? For the life of me, I used to slave at this one place that uses machines. Like you use machines to make plastic little things like this. Well, this ain't plastic, but like these phone cases, the plastic stuff like that. Damn, Salaki, ain't nothing on this podium plastic. Well, except this. But I said on the podium. Well, just little plastic things, right? But people would come in there just reeking of marijuana. Now, if I smell this, don't you know that your supervisor smells this? Don't you know that the people who employ you smells this? and you just do it anyway, or try to spray something like. And for the record, once you have smoked and stop smoking, your senses of smell become 1,000 times better. So if you try to mask something, we're gonna automatically smell it anyway. Even if it's just a brief, if you walk past us a brief way, this dude smell like weed. You know what I'm saying? So why would you jeopardize your way of living just to smoke a joint or a blunt and before you go to work? Means you're a drug addict. Salaki. But that was just a sidebar. But the reason we came to 1 John chapter 2 is because people say, a lot that we know God. I know God. The Lord knows me. I'm saved, right? They say, I have a personal relationship with my God, right? That's when people say my God, that's the equivalent of when people say my truth. Just because it's your truth don't mean it's the truth. You could be bending it to any type of way that you want for your feelings to feel like you did the right thing. But just because you say it's my truth don't mean it's the truth, right? Read what you got. 1 John chapter 2, verse 3.
1 John chapter 2, verse 3. And thereby we know.
Hold on. Let me get there with you real fast. Salaki, I should have said it before you start reading, but let me get there with you real quick. 1 John chapter 2, verse 3. Okay, go ahead.
And hereby we do know that we know him.
It says, and hereby we do know that we know him. Keep going.
If we keep his commandments.
If we do what?
We keep his commandments.
So the people outside of the Isupk are liars, right? Am I right on that? How do I know that? How do I know they liars? Go ahead.
Because they don't keep his commandments.
Exactly. You'll see them smoking cigarettes. You'll see them what else? Shaving their beard off as men, keeping a clean face. Now you a young man. Now we won't expect you to grow a beard out like this yet, because you ain't old enough yet. But once you grow your beard and your sideburns and your, stuff like this, you can't shave it off. Never. You can trim it. You can trim it low, real low, but you can't get it bald. You ever seen somebody that work at a hotel? Now, this is personal for me because I've tried to apply for a slave at a hotel. The first thing they told me, you got to shave off your mustache and your beard. I said, what? I got to shave off my mustache. And now imagine 10 years ago, this wasn't here. This was smaller than this. This was smaller than this. They say you got to get rid of that. I said, what? It took me such and such years to grow this, right? I was devastated. And I never worked at a hotel after that. But as men, you can't shave your beard off. You can't shave your facial hair off. Because why? It's going to make you look like, for lack of a better words, a sexual assaulter. It's going to make you look like a perv. Like you're perving on young women because you want to try to look as young as possible. You be 60 years old trying to score on a young woman, which is outrageous, right? How do you distinct a lion from a lioness? How do you tell the difference? Go ahead.
One that keeps his commandments.
I'm talking about a real lion, like Roar, a lion from a lioness, a male lion from a female lion. How do you tell the difference between the two? It's real obvious. Their mane. It's called a mane, right? Male lions have a mane. That's their beard, right? Their mane. But lioness, they don't have that. They smooth in it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you. That's equivalent to like here. Male lions have a mane. Exactly. Male lions have a mane. So as men, we have to have that's our mane. That's how you can tell, right, that we're men. Because and then Salakia too, you do have, I don't know if Salakia, I don't know if these women, some women out here are taking hormone pills, or as they get older, they grow these little whiskers on their chin and stuff like that. It wouldn't be unlawful for them to shave because they're supposed to be looking like men. They can't keep a men's law, but they can keep a woman's law. Like for instance, the law of a woman having her flower, that don't apply to us because we don't have a flower, right? So it's different laws that men and women keep, you know. That's one of them. Women are able to shave that. They are, because they're supposed to have a clean face, smooth face. We like our women, you know, to be, you know, nice and delicate, shiny skin, no scars, right? We don't like them to be all tough, acting like men, want to fight all the time, right? That would be a disaster for your household. If your woman or any woman in your household loves to fight all the time, then what does that tell you? Oh, she thinks she can whoop a man. She thinks she can step in men's places and be men. But when it's time, when somebody right steps to her, what's the first thing they say? Oh, I'm a woman. You want to fight a woman? I'm like, but you was just yelling. You were just yelling 16 minutes ago. All of a sudden, I'm a woman, and it's this. This is why the Lord put a difference between us. Women stay in delicate places. They don't supposed to raise they voices at all, you know, soft and feminine, while men do the hard jobs as far as protecting and because what does men do? Men protect women from other men, because you got men out here who straight reckless, and they need a man to protect women from that. Some women think they can do it. They just haven't ran into a man who was on that type of timing with them. But as soon as they get that, they say, "You gonna fight a woman? You gonna fight a woman? Well, you were just yelling like a man and arguing with me just like men do." Now, men have a certain respect with each other. We don't argue with each other because we know it's a threat of violence. Like when we know it's a threat of, you want to step outside and settle this, right? We know that it's a threat of coming to fisticuffs or fighting each other. Women should know that as well. Because everybody that's that's outside of the UPK, they wasn't raised with manners. They wasn't raised on protecting women instead of trying to fight women. You got some emotional niggas out here who gonna absolutely put their hands on women and dare you to go get some nigga to defend them. And that's how we get unalived out here. Some man come try to defend and you not willing to fight that man. So you unalive. That's just some of the scenarios that goes on out here. That's the distinct thing. We protectors of women, and women got to know how to be protected. They can't egg on stuff and then want to be protected. It's almost like that brick lady, that lady that so-called got hit with a brick. She just got found guilty. I don't know how many of y'all seen the article, but she just got found guilty of lying. Now imagine how many people online was in the comments defending her. Oh, that nigga should never hit her with a brick, and if that nigga was a bitch ass nigga for hitting her with a brick. Lock it for the language. We'll come to find out, she made the whole thing up. and again, Salakia, you can't put too much protection around whores because they often lie. They often bend the truth, and they often gonna say anything to get them out of whatever they in and to throw you in harm's way. As long as you protected me, I should be good. I could have lied on this man, did all of this, but as long as I got a man that is men protect women, you know, I should be good. And that falls in the little thing that they was going on, believe all women. First, we got to take this as a court does. They get the evidence, they see the footage, and see who was in the wrong. We can't just, because I personally know a lot of women who've lied on men, a lot of women with the false allegations, right? And this is going on in my personal life before I came into church. I've seen this. So I say all that to say this, man. This is why keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is so important, because the men who do, we're not going to go on the offense on a woman. This is a woman. I could be 14, 15 and outpower or overpower a woman that's 20, 21, 22, simply because I'm a young man. So that's why the ISUPK is so important, because we teach the roles that we have to live in according to the Bible, right? Read that one more time. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to the order, right?
And hereby we do know that we know him, and if we keep his commandments.
Keep going.
Wait,
Salaki. Got a phone call. Salaki.
He that sainteth, I know him.
Saith?
He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar.
Is a what?
Is a liar.
Keep going.
And the truth is not in him.
Salaki, 1 second, Tom. Shalom, no credit, sir. You called me. Oh yeah, we got it up. It's up and running, sir. Kind of. Look, right. Read verse 4 again, because this is very important. This is very important, because you, like I said, you got people, who try to convince you, man, I got a personal relationship with God. Fire right up a cigarette. You don't have a personal relationship with God. You got a personal relationship with the demons that you're wrestling with in your mind. The demon of addiction. It's a demon. And what they say, I can quit this at any time. And I don't want to keep, I should, but I don't want to keep blazing on just smoking it as being an addiction. You can be addicted to being lazy. You could be addicted to drinking. You could be addicted to anything that's harmful to you, right? I'm just saying this for the broad understanding of the demon of addiction, right? Which often leads to the demon of slothfulness. You're lazy, right? Read verse 4 again.
He that saith.
He that saith.
He that saith, I know him.
He that saith, I know him, right? Keep going.
And keepeth not his commandments.
And keepeth not his commandments. Keep going.
Is a liar.
Is definitely a liar. Keep going.
And the truth is not within him.
And the truth is not in him. People often say that, right? I'm saved. But then women go and meet women in it and have women-on-women relationships. Twerking and dancing on women. That's not having a personal relationship with the Lord. That's not knowing the Lord, because the Lord don't condone that type of business. I mean, that type of lifestyle. And that goes for the men as well. Men sleeping with men dressing up as women. The Lord does not condone that type of lifestyle. And I guess it's a new trend, Salaki. Kind of. I was like that when I used to smoke. Absolutely. But the Lord does not condone that type of lifestyle. Then I guess it's a new trend, right? Where, like, I'll be in certain spaces where I shouldn't be, or follow certain pages, but it's a trend that says I can be a lesbian and still go to church. Or I can be a lesbian or homosexual and still have a relationship with the Lord. When that is not the case, this is why the Christian church has to burn. It has to get eradicated from the face of the earth, because the Christian church will allow you to come in as long as you got that $20 that you can put in that pot, and we can swing it around another time and give me another $20. Oh, you ain't got it? Lock those doors. Ushers, deacons, lock the doors. You ain't getting out of here unless you put something in that pot. So what is they doing? They putting a price tag on salvation. They putting a price tag on teaching you, even though they don't teach you nothing but song and dance and feelings in there, in the Christian church, in any church for that matter. This is why the Isupk is so important. We would never call ourselves a church. We would never call or you would never in none of our schools across America or overseas seeing us pass a pot around to collect money for what we trying to for us trying to save our people. This is why the Christian church has to be eradicated, right? Read that one more time if you could, verse 4, because the reason why I keep having you read it, because definitely no one in any argument on any online ever sees this verse. But you know what verse they do see? John 3:16. And then they got the wrong breakdown for that. You know what verse they do see? Whosoever believeth on him. But they don't read far enough in the Bible that the book of Amos says, I'm paraphrasing, you only have I known out of all the families on the earth. They don't read far enough in the Bible to read that verse. But they'll say, John 3:16 says, whosoever believeth on him. But they don't read enough in there to see that it says, out of all the families on earth, I only know you, the children of Israel. That's what you're gonna often see too. It's a repetitive thing in the Bible. Children of Israel, children of Israel. If the Bible was talking about all the people on earth, it wouldn't say children of Israel. Salakia, and that's another reason why these other versions of these Bibles are incorrect, because they made them to fit everybody on earth. All these other versions is not going to say, oh, children of Israel. Why? Because they want everybody to be inclusive. They want everybody to feel warm and cuddly and feel like they're able to be saved with everlasting salvation. If not, America would not be able to make any type of money on anyone. If let's just, this is just a hypothetical, right? If America was to leave us alone, right? If they let us go and do our own thing, the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and separate from them, they would see who the chosen people is. They would see the Lord has a spotlight on us, and they don't on them. Because what? We the salt of the earth, the flavor of the earth. Everybody wants to be like us. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be cooking, the way we dress, the way we walk, the way we talk. But they often make fun of us or racist towards us because everybody want to be a nigga, but they don't want to be a nigga. That makes sense. They would like to be like you. They want to jump high, run fast. I know you a little fast, little nigga. They want to run fast. They want to jump high. They want the power and the strength of a nigga. But they don't want to be a nigga when they getting pulled over somewhere in the dark back alley and it's my word against the police's word. Even though it's on camera. Imagine that. Even though it's proof on the camera that I'm totally in the right and they're totally in the wrong. They don't want to be a nigga at that time. They don't want to be a nigga when it's time to fight the system on the wrongdoings that the system is doing to us as far as oppression. They don't want to be a nigga at that time. They use their complexion at that time. Oh, I'm white. Oh, I ain't got no problems with that. Some years back, one of the I think it was I don't know if it was here in Milwaukee or if it was like in Minnesota or Detroit. It was in one of these surrounding states, right? One of the policemen had resigned from his job. He resigned, but then he said they get a pep talk in the morning to target Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Like, you know how if you ever worked in a warehouse, right, in any type of warehouse doing forklifting, lifting anything, like before you go into a warehouse, I mean, before you start, you do stretches or something. They have us in a circle doing stretches. They give us they give us a pep talk. Okay, this is what we gonna do today. This the goal we trying to reach. This is many product we trying to move out. That's how they do. They do the same thing in the police departments. Come in, they get the morning coffee. Let's say, okay, this is who we looking for today. This is the thing that we're doing today. It had to be like 4 or 5 years back though. The man said they target specific demographics, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. This is why white people are able to argue with the police. They are not the target of crime, which I don't know why. Ever since they touched the U.S. soil, they've been committing crimes over here. And anywhere they go, crime has been committed and continue to be committed, right? But this is why they're able to get out when the police get out and talk to them a certain way. It's even videos on so-called white people coming at police with knives in their hand, and the police is hesitant to shoot them. I mean, to unalive him, hesitant to defend himself, because the itinerary is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the threat. But you often see so-called white men and women defying the law, right? Coming at them recklessly with knives, and they take them down with the police tactics that they've learned in the police academy. But when it comes to us, how do they take us down? They go right to the guns and unalive us. And what's their excuse? Oh, I was scared for my life. If a man who's unarmed makes you fear for your life, being a police officer is not the job for you. Being an ICE agent is not the job for you. Men be unarmed in these situations, and they say they scared for their life. Who is these people? Where do they come from? You scared for your life, and they be having all kind of things on their utility belt to neutralize a threat. They got batons, they got mace, they got tasers. But often they go right to the number one, which is the gun. And sometimes they even beat you up when you're in cuffs. That's how you know we are the Lord's chosen people, and they have a deep-seated hatred for us. We can be, our hands are behind our back like this. We get punched in the face. Well, I'm just standing here. We get punched in the face. We on the ground. We getting choked out. We are absolutely no threat, but they have a hatred. It stems all the way back from Jacob and Esau. We was born fighting. Salagi, I probably went off course a little bit, but you tired of reading that? Did you get all the way through there? Read that. We're gonna move on.
Verse 4.
Salaki, 2 minutes.
He that said, I know that they keep not his commandment is a liar.
It's a liar, man. These people lying to you. Keep going.
If the truth is not within him.
The truth not in him. So if somebody's trying to tell you about the Lord, but you see them, let me just make a simple assessment and try to bring it off cigarettes, right, or smoking. You in some type of social setting, right, and they got the broke wrist syndrome. If y'all know what that means, do y'all know what the broke wrist syndrome means? It means homosexual, right? They trying to tell you, well, the Lord loves me anyway. That's a lie, because you got broke wrist syndrome. It's a demon of homosexuality on you. So why would I listen to you about anything about the Lord? You're going directly against the Lord by living that lifestyle. Simple as that. Why would I listen to? Why would I listen to anything from a pastor of a church? Oh, damn. Salaki, 1 second. One second, Salaki. Oh, man. I thought I got away. Salaki, they caught up to me. Salaki. I forgot what I was saying. Damn. Salaki. What was I saying? Yeah, I remember. Well, let's just move on. Let me get the book of 2nd Exodus, chapter 6, verse 9 in the Apocrypha. Exodus. Sometimes I can't pronounce this. Exodus, Exodus 6 verse 9, because this is exactly what we are seeing today. Damn, that little text message just messed me up. This is exactly what we're seeing today. You know what I'm saying? You got it? All right, hold that. This is exactly what we're seeing today. Especially when it comes to ICE, especially when it comes to our brothers and sisters losing their job, losing their homes, Hispanic people getting deported, and they're getting deported, but their children are going into the system, or their children are getting deported and they're staying put. That's a wicked thing and a wicked act, because who wouldn't hurt if your children was to get taken away? They're not running into Chinatown, and we know that them people are waiting on green cards. These people are over here illegal as well. They're not running into Chinatown or where the Hmong's live and taking their children away. This is how you know that it's a war on Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Because I guess in Chicago, they start trying to round up niggas now, or blacks now, black people now. And you got something you got to say on that? Go ahead.
They said that Donald Trump said he's going to round out, he's going to send the military to Chicago.
Now, let me ask y'all a question, right? Now, this is just a rumor. But way back when, I believe it was an abandoned train. Now, don't quote me on this. Abandoned trains with stock loads of weapons on there in Chicago. And little niggas in the hood, man, they so curious, adventurous. They go out and find these guns, find these things. You think it's not going to be a bloodbath if that was to happen? I don't know if y'all ever heard of the rapper Rondo Number 9 from Chicago. This nigga had a rocket launcher. How did you get that? You a kid. You're in the military. You ain't old enough to get into the military. How did you get a rocket launcher? Man, that when Donald Trump says things like that, he is pushing the buttons of the Israelites in America, because the people who already unaliving each other in the hood, in the ghettos and barrios in Chicago. You think they gonna allow somebody to come take them away from their parents, especially the people in the little niggas that's in gangs? You know what I'm saying? You think they already don't like each other. So imagine, matter of fact, I would love to see Trump do that, because that's gonna really show who's the real enemy, which is the so-called white man, the African, the Asian. You know, because the reason why it's gonna show that that's the real true enemy, because ain't nothing happening to them, but everything is happening to us for no reason. Go ahead, sir. You had something you want to say back there?
The white, Arab man too.
Oh yeah, Slaki, the Arab man too, and wherever we live at, the Arab man own these stores. They selling your children synthetic weeds, but we don't know if it's so like it laced with fentanyl or laced with deadly chemicals. But why they ain't going to jail for this? Before you was born, a lot of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians went to jail for 25 to life, just on weed, selling weed alone, just for selling weed alone. Or on a third strike, and they got caught with this much weed, a joint like this big, and they gone for 20 years. They gone for 15 years. But today, they would allow the Arabs in these corner stores to sell it right out the store. Sell paraphernalia right out the store. Niggas is going to jail for paraphernalia, but they good to sell it. That's how you know. That's the distinctive. That's how you can distinct of who who are your enemies. And on top of that, the way of the heathen. That's the way of the heathen. Weed smoking, vape smoking, all of that. Don't participate in that. Why? Because you're gonna go to jail. You're gonna be addicted. They don't even smoke that. They just selling it to you. You got something you want to say? Oh yeah, absolutely. The edibles. And that's how they confuse a lot of us too. Well, I ain't smoking it. I'm just digesting the THC chewables, looking at us. But it's still THC, it's still drugs. There ain't nothing wrong with you. You just want to be high when you're supposed to be a man that protects your family. Because young men grow up to be a protector of their family too. If you don't teach a young man how to move as a military force, anybody gonna be able to come in his house and overtake his house. Because it starts with the man, with the protection of a man. Right? That's why it's so important. I may be getting off a little off topic a little bit, and that's why it's so important for the brothers out there who have daughters to court the people who to vet the people who your daughter bring around as to try to be in a relationship with. Because we got to see, is this nigga worthy of my daughter? Is this little boy worthy of protection and carrying the legacy of my daughter on? Because if not, then we should have the power to say, you have to leave dude alone, because all he worried about is this, all he worried about is that. You have to have a certain mindset of protection. Because if black men can't protect black women, if Hispanic men can't protect Hispanic women, if Native Indian men can't protect Indian women, who will? If we can't correct our women, who will? They're going to run wild out here and say abortion is healthcare, unaliving your generations. They're going to run wild out here and dress all kind of ways and be on OnlyFans, selling the most precious thing they have to offer for the lowest price. That's why it's so important to come as men to come back to manhood, come back to fatherhood, brotherhood, anything. Because if we can't protect our women, they're gonna run wild. Like I said, Salaki. What you was holding something? Read that. What is it, 2nd Ezra 6 and 9? Read it.
This is book 2nd Ezra 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world.
For who?
For Esau is the end of the world.
Today, Esau is known as the so-called white man. I don't care if you German, if you're Australian, what is it, Canadian? Give me some more. Greek, right? Go ahead.
Germany, UK,
right? Ukrainian, Irish. Esau is the progenitor of all the whole so-called white race. You have something you want to say or add?
Egyptian. No, not Egyptian.
we just talking about Esau right here. So that would be German. You know how people say, I'm not white, I'm Irish. We just had, what was that, last week or 2 weeks ago when we went to Chicago for camp? The little Irish dude talking about, I'm not white, I'm Irish. But the dude he was with, that's when we got that boot kiss. The dude he was with was like, man, I'm white, right? And he did the boot kiss because I guess he felt sorry. But the dude he was with, what was he doing? He was recording them like, you not white too. Both of y'all white. Just because you call yourself Irish does not mean you're not white. You're the offspring of Esau. And what the Bible just say, Esau is the end of the world. What are we looking at today? People not able to feed their families. You know what I'm saying? You got people being taken away from their families. We're going to get fed up sooner or later, and it's going to be all the fault of Esau. Because why? He's the end of the world. Keep going.
And Jacob is the beginning.
What? And who, Salaki?
And Jacob is the beginning of that following.
Jacob is the beginning after Esau ends the world, which is on the brink of it, right? Jacob, which is the progenitor of the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, is going to be the beginning of the world. What happens when we run the world? People rejoice. Things is fair, right? Justice really gets served. Thorough investigations. Just because you have it's a brotherhood in these police stations, right? All the cops stand together. Even if one of them is wrong, they still stand together because it's some type of blue brotherhood. I don't know if you ever seen the police's flag. You know how they got the American flag, which is red, white, and blue, but the police flag is black with a blue stripe. It's a blue stripe on it, meaning they stand to get, no matter if the police is bad or do something wrong, they still stand because it's some type of secret brotherhood code, which is probably gay at the end of the day. Go ahead.
Like we watched like 2 weeks ago, 3, 4, Sword.
What?
That movie that on Tubi.
You know the name of it?
She was white.
Aren't they all?
He was white. And he said, for the brother say, it was like a racist movie.
Right. Absolutely right. Because even in the courtroom, These people got secret societies. This is why the Greek aspect of these sororities and fraternities, it begins right there. They begin to indoctrinate you in college with these Greek sororities, which is 10 times out of 10 gay at the end of the day. They want you to do some homosexual acts to get into these brotherhoods. But in here in the Isupk, we don't condone nothing homosexual, nothing lesbian like. Because that's not brotherhood. Brotherhood will be me telling you, man, bro, I care about you, bro. So I would love for you to stop smoking cigarettes. I would love for you to stop eating that shrimp, pork, crab, lobster, catfish. You know, it's many other dishes out here that you can indulge in. You got Jamaican food, you got Hispanic food. Yeah, you ain't never had no Jamaican food. It's super spicy. I know you'll probably like it. You're a spice kid. It's like it. But what I mean by that? Blazing. You indulge in the blazing wings, right? Buffalo Wild Wings. This kid just conquered the blazing wings. I don't know if it was really blazing. I don't have to test them again. But you know. But yeah, you got so many flavors to choose from. You got Jamaican food, you got West Indian food, which is actually spicy as well. If you ever get a chance to taste it, if we ever go to a West Indian restaurant, I dare you to try some spice from there. I dare you to try some spice from there. It's way different than American spice or through the nigga spice. It's way hotter than that. Like ghost peppers times 10. Hold on, I'm coming to you though. It's like you got something online says, Con on Con. I always felt like, how can I love my brother if I don't tell him to stop doing something against the Most High? Exactly. And that's a part of the commandments. You know, treat your brother as you would treat yourself. I don't do this stuff. And I would love for you to be in the same boat as me, right? I would love for you to be telling people to stop doing certain things. Because if not, they just gonna be looking at you like you're what did I get most recently? They say you're holier than thou, right? That's something they love to say. But I have to reiterate, I'm not the same person as I used to be. So you're not going to see me indulging in things that I was indulging in 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You're not going to see that because I'm a changed man. I'm a different person. And I would love for you to do that because it's like, you know how they say the grass is greener on the other side. This is where the grass is greener at. Isupk. Facts. Out there, you're going to get people who lie to you, people who try to finesse you, people who go behind your back, backstab you, all of that. Just so they can have a one-up. You're going to get people who embarrass you, people who call themselves your friend, but at the end of the day, they want something from you. At the end of the day, they buttering you up, or putting you in that trick bag. So, you had something you wanted to say? You forgot? You forgot? Yeah, like the brother was that out in South Dakota said, how can I love my brother if I don't tell him to stop doing something that's against the Most High? Did y'all know love is an action word? I often hear people say, well, I love my mama. I love my father. I love God. But how can you love God? What is love? It's an action word. It's not a feeling. Go ahead.
But to love your mom, you have to change for her to change.
To love who?
To love the mom and to love your family members and friends, your daughter, brother. You have to change, and so they look and see you a better person. So you gotta change for them to change.
Right. See you as a better person than you once was, or even be that example. Like, man, especially now you haven't been alive that long, but especially if you somebody of our age, you've been alive a little while. So somebody can see you in two different lights. They could have seen you doing this, being in the wicked space or whatever you was doing, and then coming out of that wicked space and being in a good light. You know what I mean? It's not it's not what's the word I'm looking for? It's not it's not churchy, if that's a word, right? We just trying to bring you in the same space we in and showing you that over here is better. This is better following the law, statutes, and commandments. Because the reasons why it's better is because, one, you're not on the Lord's bad side, right? You listen to the things that the prophets had to say to you. You listen and apply them to your life. So you're not going to mysteriously be unalive somehow or injured in some kind of way, paralyzed, hospitalized, blinded, anything like that. So mysterious things that are going to happen to you. But when you over here living wicked, you often ask the Lord, well, why is this happening to me? That's because you don't know. You don't know the truth. You don't know what you're supposed to be doing, which is following the law, statutes, and commandments. Now, if you following the law, statutes, and commandments, and something happens to you while you're following the law, statutes, and commandments, you often know where to pinpoint what you did wrong. Okay, well, today I did this, so I guess this is why this is happening to me. You know what I mean? I guess I did this, so I don't have to look up to the Lord and ask why, because I didn't. Maybe I fell back into a wicked space. Maybe I lied to somebody. Maybe I did something inappropriate, or you know what I'm saying? You able to pinpoint the place that you've messed up at. But once you're living wicked, it's a free for all. It's like, man, why is the Lord doing this to me? I love the Lord. But you don't love the Lord. Love is an action word. And what is love? How do you love God according to the Bible? Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm gonna let you say it, but let's read it in the Bible, right? Let me get that scripture real quick. It is do you know it? What is it? Huh? You damn near had it. What you say?
First John.
No. It's in John, regular John, chapter 14, verse 15. Now we gonna read how do you love God? Because we did read if the person don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, then they are a liar and the truth is not in them. We often hear that, whether it be in real life at the job site we go to, on the internet when we in these mini battles. John?
Yeah. First John?
Not First John, regular John. John, chapter 14, verse 15. If you can't find it? Go to the table of contents. Now you got John, First John, and then I think you got is it a Second John? Let me just make sure. Huh?
First John. It just said First John, Second John, Third John.
No, it says John. What kind of Bible you got there? Yeah, John. Go to John chapter 14, verse 15. Now we finna break this all the way down because it trickles down, right? Go ahead. Oh damn! I said we gonna get the order after this too. I said we just gonna get the order after this, but John chapter 14, verse 15. Go ahead.
This is the book of John, chapter 14, verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
What?
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
How do you love God?
If ye love me, keep my commandments.
What do we see out here today? Go ahead.
Women dressing half naked.
Mm-hmm.
God wearing their pants 40 feet
Below their waist.
below their waist.
Right.
Women are acting like men.
Mm-hmm.
Men acting like women.
Right. So does that mean they love God? Absolutely not. But they will tell you, oh, I'm saved. Right? I'm saved. I got a personal relationship with the Lord, all of this and that. When the Lord just said in the Bible, if you love me, keep my commandments. Now, how do you love your mom? What is commandments?
Like I command you to do something. Like I tell you.
Right.
Pick up the chair.
Now, how do you love your mom?
By following her business.
So, I'm glad I'm talking to you about this right now. So, if your mom says, I need you to pick this up or clean this up, but you don't do it, do you love your mom? Exactly. So, when somebody says, I love you, mom, do they really mean it? Or is they just saying it because it's a word to say? You know, mothers and sisters and then women sometimes get mushy off the word love. Like sometimes all you have to do is just mention the word love and it's just mushy inside. Right? But if you're not using an action to show the love, then it's just irrelevant. It just went in one ear and out the other. You're just saying it. I love your mom. Okay. Right? Am I right on that?
Yeah.
Exactly. So when people use these terms, these words in real life, and that goes for anybody, right? When they say they love something, when they say they're saved, or when it comes to the Lord, and they say I love the Lord, but they not keeping the commandments, they lying to you. They want you to see them as a person, or they want you to give them the benefit of the doubt. When you could be in their face with the scripture we just read, the Lord said, if you love me, keep my commandments. What's the excuse? Oh, well, I got a personal relationship with my God. My God says I love him. My mom knows I love her. But when somebody tell you to do something like the Lord, keep my commandments, you don't want to do it. You want to, oh man, I got this party to go to. It's a Halloween party. I think I'm going to go to that. I think I'm going to dress up as Freddy Krueger. You're going to go to that Halloween party. So that means you don't love God. You're going to go to that Halloween party as the 38-year-old man dressed up, which is crazy work. Right? Read that one more time. We're gonna move on.
And if ye love me, keep my commandments.
Which is the simplest thing you can do. We're not telling you to jump through no hoops. We're not telling you to go pierce your skin with a 14-inch blade right here 17 times to prove your love. We're not telling you to go get no tattoos of my name, saying my name across here to prove your love. The Lord is only telling you to follow his commandments, man. Law, statutes, and commandments. That's it. You know, you might have to give up some of the things you love. Again, love, again, there go that word. But some of the things that you love might not be lawful or good in the Lord's eyes. So you have to give that up. It's tough, so take it day by day. But the nowhere in the Bible says the word easy. Show me the word easy in the Bible. Nothing about following the Lord's law, statutes, and commandments is easy. If you have trouble, you know, this is what the brotherhood is for. This is what the sisterhood is for. Reach out. You know what I'm saying? Get that phone call, man. I'm struggling with this. I'm struggling with that. I need some help or counsel on this and that. We got you. It's easy. I never thought, and I may be saying this every class, but I never even thought that I would be able to quit something just like that. Just like that. It took me what? And I like to say I'm a man of my word. So if I say something, then I'm gonna do it. So I'm like, man, this is my last week of doing something. And it was my last week of doing that, and I stopped. I never thought I would be able to stop that. But I had to do it because if I'm coming in a place where ain't nobody doing this, that's even more help. Like, and I want to use smoking as an example one more time too. If your ailment is smoking and you're trying to quit smoking, you being around somebody that smokes or being in a crew or your homies that smoke, it's not going to help you because they smoke. And what do niggas do? They tease you. So when I talk to my homies in the world or when I see them on the streets, they know not to do that to me. Because what I'm gonna do? They say, I'm saying, knock that shit right out their hands. So lock it. Don't ever play with me like that. What, you want to fight about it? Right? Then I challenge them. Like, you're definitely not going to be able to beat me if you can't beat a plant that doesn't fight back. Don't got no arms and legs. It got you here though. It got your mind. So you definitely not going to be able to beat me if you can't beat a plant. It's like John 3:3. Get that. We're going to close out with that today. We're going to have a short class today, y'all. So like it. A lot of things been going on. We just got to get it attended. You had something you wanted to say? Or you got John 3:3? Go say what you got to say, then read John 3:3. I'll be talking too long, don't I? So like, go ahead.
Oh yeah. You say keep your word, but when you said we was gonna go for a while, like a couple months, 3 months back, you kept on playing.
But did we go there?
Yeah.
So what you talking about? Go ahead, keep going though.
You said like, all right, I'm starting playing it. This is the day. This is the day. This is the day. They delayed it.
But delaying it is not doing it. Stuff come up as grown people, as me being in the school, stuff come up. Now, if we never went there, then you will be able to say what you just said. But we eventually went there. You just wanted to say that to try to call me out. You hear him out of wine? We still went there though. Now read what you got. Now I want to just reiterate too. Being a man of your word is like, for example, the Buffalo Wild Wings thing, right? When I said we was going this day, something came up. Whether it was, and it was about some months back, right? I don't know what came up. Maybe it was a bill, or maybe I had to go to camp or something like that. And then the next time, delayed it again. Stuff come up, but we still went there. And I think you got the blazing wings, or you disguised it with the habanero, but I don't know. We're gonna try that again. But if I wasn't a man of my word, we would have never went there. I would have just said, man, we ain't going. I lied to you, but I didn't lie. We had to do it this time. Oh, I can't do it that time. We got to do it this time because I'm a priest of the Lord. I got to do things that I'm obligated to do. Go ahead.
What if you said, well, this is not talking about for a while.
Mm-hmm.
What if, like, you said something that you forget it? Is that still not keeping your word? Is that still
Like what? Give me an example.
like let's say I said I'm gonna do 100 push-ups, then I forget about it and stuff came up.
Who would you be telling that you're doing these 100 push-ups? Because if it was one of us priests and prophets, we ain't gonna let you forget. You said you did 100, you gonna do it? You gonna do it right there. But you would have to tell somebody that you're doing. If you're just telling yourself stuff like that, then it doesn't really apply, because often sometimes we don't hold ourselves to the standard that we talk to in our mind. Like, I'm gonna do this today, and then maybe we'll get lazy that day, or maybe something, you know what I'm saying? So if you ain't telling somebody else, then that's where the brotherhood come in there, because the brotherhood's gonna hold you accountable. Remember, you said you was finna do 100 push-ups. You know what I'm saying? But if you just telling yourself, nobody will ever know but you. Right? Go ahead.
What you said? I'll bet you $100 I can do 100 push-ups.
Mm-hmm.
Like next month or next week or the next day or something like that. And then y'all can both forget about it.
I mean, it's hard to forget about a bet because we want to see that bet go through. You know, we as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we love to try to win something. So if you put some money on the line and you say, I bet you this, it's hard to forget about that. So you're going to have to come up with something else on that. So if you bet me and you lost a couple bets, you owe me some money before. But I'm saying, if you bet another brother, it's going to be hard to forget about it because it's money online. And I believe I'm true and you believe you true. So whoever somebody going to have to pay. Right? Go ahead. Yeah, with the scripture.
This is the book of John, chapter 3, verse 3.
Before you read that, though, ain't nothing wrong with a healthy bet. Now, I just want to say that to the brothers and sisters online. It's a healthy bet. Ain't nothing wrong with a healthy bet. A healthy bet, for example, would be, I bet you I can run to this store right here in 2 minutes and under. I bet you $5. Or I bet you I can beat you in this video game. Healthy. It ain't nothing too deviant or too what's the word I'm looking for? Too malice behind a friendly bet, especially amongst friends. Right? Don't bet me, I'm gonna hold you to it. Exactly. That's what we do. We hold it, especially if we know we got a chance of winning this money. We're gonna hold you to that. Oh, you said you could do 150 push-ups in how much time? Go ahead. We would love to see this. No stops. If you stop, you owe me 50 bones. Right? That's a friendly bet. That is a friendly bet. Now, what they do out there in outside of the Isupk is deadly bets. Because they bet and some people do not like to pay. So what comes behind that? Violence, unalivings, beat up. I was going to say beat ups, fighting, whatever the case may be. That's why being in the UPK is so significant, because we honor each other. Now, I'm not going to slap your face off. Just pay me the money when you can. And I don't want to say it like that, but that's just a comical way of saying. I'm not gonna harm you. Just pay me when you can, brother. You lost. Remember that, right? But out there, something else might happen to you, especially depending on who you're betting against. Some people do not play about their money on. They gonna come get you. Go ahead.
I remember you said,
Oh, here we go. You doing personal attacks, I don't want. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I remember you said, I think you want to bet. He said, "Oh, he ain't paying. No, I ain't betting him again."
Oh, we got that squared away. But I ain't betting them again. I'm still not betting them again. But we squared away. But some people you just can't bet again. You can't go there with them people because they gonna come up with some excuse, or they gonna say, well, I did this for you and this and that, so we should be squared. And then you think, well, you have did that, all of that. But you should have been paid me my cheese. Why does that have to add up to that? And then that's when you come to the realization, like you, for instance, I'm not betting you again. Yeah, you want to take personal attacks? I'm not betting you again, but go ahead with the scripture so we can get on up out of here.
Jesus,
Where you at?
this is the book of John, chapter 3, verse 3.
Yahweh. Wait, let me get there with you real quick. John chapter 3 and 3. Go ahead.
Yahweh answered unto him, vulgar,
Verily.
Verily, I say unto thee, except a man to be born again.
Except a man be born again. Go ahead.
He cannot see the kingdom of God.
He cannot what?
He cannot see the kingdom of God.
What does it mean to be born again? Like, we can't go in the womb and be born again as babies again. All right. What does it mean to be born again? Go ahead.
Like, you know, when you raise up, like I'm a young man, you get raised up to a trooper, you have to kill that soul for a new one to sprout.
Absolutely.
Like that.
Absolutely. Give them a hand. This doesn't only happen with young men. It's happening with sisters as well. You know, they get raised up as well. You know, when it says, get this, except a man be born again, it means a woman as well. Why? Because you can't act the same way that you've acted in the past in the kingdom of heaven. Because I always say this, you might be too young, right? But most of us acted a certain way. We've been in the world, we did certain things to get us locked up or get consequences to happen to us, whether it be through the law or through law enforcement or through people on the street. We left all that life behind to be born again, which means we don't do the same things that we used to do. You know what I mean? We completely changed. We did a 360, right? We don't treat the people the same way we used to treat them. We don't hold these grudges. We don't look for revenge. We're not coming to get you. We don't rob, steal, or run in your house. We ain't gonna do none of that. Because why? That wouldn't be showing the brotherhood though that needs to be shown to our people. Our people need the brotherhood. Our people is so scarred from Christianity that they believe everybody is trying to get them. Even if I say, I'll drop you off real quick, bro. After class, I can drop you off. You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't feel right. You can't drop me. I ain't got the money to pay you. And then we hit them with man, it's all right. That's brotherhood, because then that brother mind barriers are getting broken down. Oh man, I never had nobody, and this is my first day in class. I never had nobody be this nice to me. where they don't need nothing to drop. I'm coming to you. They don't need nothing to drop me off, or they feeding me in here. We ask brothers all the time, "You hungry?" Well, I ain't got no money. I ain't asked you that. I asked you, was you hungry? Oh yeah, I can go get a couple pieces, man. You ain't even got to put in on. You good for the night. If you come in here, you good for the night with us. You'll be fed mentally and fed physically. Your belly will be fed with food, and your brain will be fed. You ever heard of the saying "food for thought"? Your brain needs food. What is the food? Go ahead.
Knowledge.
Exactly. Information and knowledge. Your brain eats that up. So you can be pondering on these things. Man, you can think of things. Okay. Especially the men who've been going through stuff out here. You know, we is Salakia to the men above me, for the lack of a better word. We is fucked up out here in the mind. Some of us been sexually assaulted, left for dead, betrayed, and we just can't look at each other the same way. But once they come through these doors, they gonna experience what they should have experienced from whoever did that to them out there. They gonna experience that, whether it be brotherhood, sisterhood, gonna feed you, drop you off. You need to go around the corner or something. You need what you need. We're gonna try to help you to better yourself, to come out of the world. What does the announcement say? They are here to shed themselves of the world. The world is putting a weight on our backs. It's heavy to lift weight on your own. If you're not personally in the gym doing this, that's why in the gym, even in the gym, this is a metaphor. Even in the gym, you get spotted. Nigga, come on. If you lifting that weight so much and you just can't get that last weight up, a nigga come spot you. Hey, I got it, bro. It help you. That's just like the weight of the world. It comes down on us, whether we've been watching the news, we've been in these conditions. The weight of the world is heavy upon us. Go ahead.
You gotta make sure you have the right spotter, because you can't just get any spotter because.
I was about to say that, because that's a metaphor as well. Let me go. That's a metaphor for these fake Israelite groups. They're not the right spotters. We are the right spotters. We're going to help you in the correct way. And some of us been so conditioned, so brainwashed by Christianity that we just don't trust no spotters. We can do everything on our own. I got it. And then you end up, the weight come down on your neck and you end up dead somewhere. All of that is just a metaphor. But we are the right spotters for helping the people get that weight up off their back. We still got the food programs. You know what I mean? The stopping the SNAP benefits didn't stop nothing. We still got food programs. We still help each other in a way where the government shutting down. They don't really. It's like Michael Jackson said. They don't really care about us. They're gonna make it seem that way though, so you can participate in Halloween, Thanksgiving, bring the money in for what they've created, instead of being in the Bible and following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. With that, man, this has been the Isupk Mke coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. We are not affiliated with no Israelite group, period. I'm Officer 500 Kananya, and I passed the class over to Officer 1000 Rapayala.
Lucky. New brother, Shalaki. We are the Isupk coming out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. New rules for a new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are to set themselves of the word. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After this 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak.
If I could real quick, don't be sending your homegirl to say, man, I like him. Go talk to him for me. You can't do that.
That's
Follow the protocols at ISUBK. So
that's
yes,
head to speak to a brother or sister. There are another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother or sister may get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21 and Malachi chapter 3 verses 8 to 10 means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'asharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priestly fund, free will offering for peace, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holiday convocations, which is feast, dedications, which is the feast of Hanukkah. Some say dedication, some say Hanukkah. That is on July 14th.
December.
December. Yeah. December 14th. That is a Sunday, and we will celebrate the feast of Hanukkah. And if anyone wants to be the trooper in the school, start wearing all black. That means black boots, black shirt, black headband or scarf. And with that, Majun, which means band, we gonna give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Amaj Shabbat, Amaj Barak, Yahaba Shem Yahshua Brakatah,
Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakathum.
Yah Fatah. We gonna give a courtesy salute to the sisters in the school. Sisters, please stand up. Yasmata. Amaju Sabat. Amaju Barak. Yahaba. Hawa Shamar. Atha Hashim Yahshua. Yasmata. Class dismissed.
Yeah. Pay your tithe. Pay that bread to them tithes. Get your rides ready to the Passover, y'all. Let's get it. It's going down.
Someone who's a crypto or blood or a drug addict in the street, they don't know anything about the Bible or God. They're cold. Then it's us. In the UPK, we are what? Hot. That's us.
Hot, 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 hot. Straight out of 1 West. Ooh, I'm too hot. My grandma keep on telling me I need to cool.